Hey everybody, welcome back to Living Traditions Homestead. We've got a few updates that we want to give you guys today, some things that are going on in our lives kind of behind the scenes or maybe that don't really fit into our channel on a normal type video. And we just wanted to share some of those kind of life updates with you guys today.
Over the years, you guys have really become, part of our family. And I know a lot of you have been with us since the very beginning and going on 8 years now that we've been on YouTube.
Right.
And we just thought that kind of a life update for you guys would be helpful for us and helpful for you.
So the first thing that we wanted to talk to you guys about is a pretty major thing that's happening right now. We've introduced you guys in the past to my mom and dad. We convinced them to move here to Missouri to be closer to us about 3 years ago. And my dad has been having some health related things during that time. A lot of it is because of exposure to Agent Orange during the Vietnam War. My dad is a Vietnam vet. And uh, that has just kind of been an ongoing issue with him over the last several years. Now, one of the things that Dad has been having going on over the last really about 5 years is that he has had AFib, which is a heart condition. He had a pacemaker put in about 5 years ago, and he also had an ablation done at that time, which was supposed to help with the AFib. Unfortunately, that didn't really help, and he's going to have that procedure done again. But when they were trying to figure all of that out, they also realized that he has two blocked arteries. And so next week, my dad is going to be going in for open heart surgery to have a double bypass and the ablation done over again. So, you guys, we could really be using your prayers during all of that. That's not his only health issues. So, there are some, additional reasons to be concerned there. But we know through the power of prayer, he will pull through all of this just fine. The surgery will actually be next Tuesday, May 7th, so please keep him in your prayers during that time.
Now, Tom's recovery is going to be quite extensive. He will be kept in the hospital from anywhere from 4 to 10 days, depending on how things go. He's going to have some pretty significant rehab afterwards, cardiac rehab. They may do some of that where he is going to have the surgery, but once he's released home, it will be several times a week that they will need to go into Springfield to have this cardiac rehab. So it's going to be a long-term kind of recovery, and that is going to require a lot of extra support from Kevin and I.
Right. Earlier this spring, we shared with you guys that we had decided to take the year off from doing the farmer's market. We decided not to start all of the plant starts that we normally do, only start enough for us and for a few friends and family. And we didn't know at the time why we felt like God was telling us that was the right thing to do this year. But in hindsight, it absolutely was the right thing to do because we would be right in the middle of
Yes.
farmers market season right now. We would be just up to our ears in plants. And you guys, we would either have to let all of those go after all of our hard work, or we would need to try to divide our time more to be able to be there more for mom and dad. And we're just really happy that we kind of listened to what God was telling us during that time, and that He made that decision pretty clear to us early on. We didn't know why at the time, but I think we know now why we had to do that.
There have also been some things happening in the background within my side of the family over the last couple of months. My mom lives in Wisconsin and has been caring for her sister for the past 4 years. My aunt's health has kind of deteriorated recently, and so that has prompted my mom and her sister to move closer to my sister in Kansas, which is really closer to us as well. So by deciding not to do the farmer's market, that will free me up to go visit there more often as well.
Right. Yeah, it brings them from about 12 hours away to only about 5 hours away,
Right.
which is, quite significant
Right.
when you're talking about, driving to go visit someone. So
Absolutely.
that'll be good that Sarah can spend more time spending time with her mom.
Right.
And then the final significant thing that is happening coming up, which is a positive thing, is that our youngest daughter, Samantha, is going to be graduating from high school next month. We're so proud of her. She has decided to go on to nursing school after high school, so she'll be leaving for college in the fall. It's hard to believe that our baby is going to be graduating from high school and that next year we're going to be empty nesters.
Right. It's going to change the way we have to think about how much food to raise and all those kinds of things, although we're still raising for Grace and Gavin and Kevin's parents. But
Right.
it's just going to be a different feel around here. We do know that she's going to be coming home on weekends, just like Grace did, at least for the first couple of years. So it won't be empty all the time.
Right.
But it is an exciting time for her. And that transition period for us is also a little bit exciting.
So those are kind of the major life updates that we wanted to give you guys. I know that doesn't fit into the whole gardening and animal raising and everything else that we normally do here, but we really do feel like you guys have become family over the last few years, and we like to keep you in the loop on how things are going, kind of behind the scenes and more in our personal life.
You know, over the past year or so, we've been talking to you all about things that we're trying to do to simplify our lives, and maybe stop doing some things to give us more time for others. And we really do feel like that has all been preparing us to be more available for the family that needs our help and the family that we just need to spend a little bit of extra time with. And so we're really grateful that we have done that, and we actually continue to simplify things around here. And so we are really asking for you all who are our prayer warriors out there to continue praying for us as a family and for Kevin's dad specifically, and also the transition for my mom and my aunt moving to Kansas and getting settled in there, as well as prayers for Samantha's future.
So we hope that all of you are having a great spring so far. We thank you so much for all of your support over the last 8 years, and we look forward to many, many more years here on YouTube sharing what's going on in our lives. We really are excited about this year and gardening season and everything else. So even though there's going to be a lot kind of pulling us away from the homestead for a little while as well, we are, definitely going to still be bringing you some great gardening content and showing you what's going on around here on a regular basis. So, to all of our extended family out there in YouTube land, we thank you so much again for your support and prayers. Keep my dad in your prayers next Tuesday specifically, that the doctors know exactly what they're doing and that everything will go smoothly. Thank you so much for stopping by the homestead today. Take care and God bless.
God bless.